So I think we want to be a little bit cautious about being too much of a single civilization, because if we are too much of a single civilization, then if the whole thing may collapse.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Make sure to hit that like button and please subscribe below. Guys, what you all saw at the beginning of this video was Elon Musk clowning the World Government Summit. Okay, I believe this was held in Dubai like yesterday. Elon was called in via Skype. This probably his last invite. He told these globalists in the crowd and the globalists who probably fund this, that this one world order that you guys claim to support, we should be very cautious of. These individuals in this crowd, or the people that fund this kind of world government summit group, they probably hate North Korea, but in a sense they support North Korea because they support one world globalist order, which will then lead to total control and power. Just like North Korea, he tells them when to go to sleep, tells them when to work, he tells them what to eat. Meanwhile, he has all the Hennessy in the world. He is the main leader. Now they talked about a broad range of things at the World Government Summit. Elon also talked about how he kind of believes aliens do exist. I kind of share that same sentiment. I believe we are not the only. I believe there are other extraterrestrial. That's the southern accent kicked in. There are other species on this earth besides humans. I do believe that. But you can't go into why you believe it, because then that would be a conspiracy theory. But aliens. Elon also talked about how PR officials shouldn't be a thing, basically, and I really want to talk about that in this video. Politicians, and I would even say people online just making videos, should just speak in their regular voice. Stop scripting out your content, and just talk like you're talking to a regular person. Don't worry about people's attention spans and things like that. But if you have not heard what Elon said about regarding PR officials and just people just regularly talking, check this out.
Elon, we have over 150 government within the World Government Summit, global leaders. They have 8 billion customers, their citizen. How government can use Twitter better to serve its citizen?
Yeah, well, I think generally I would recommend really communicating a lot on Twitter, and I think it's good for people to speak in their voice as opposed to how they think they should speak. Sometimes people think, well, I should speak in this way that is expected of me, but it ends up sounding, I think, at times somewhat stiff, and not real. If you read a press release from a corporation, it just sounds like propaganda. So I would encourage CEOs and of companies and legislators and ministers and so forth to speak authentically, and to if there's a particular policy, to explain it, and I think there's sometimes a concern about criticism. But I think at the end of the day, having some criticism is fine. It's really not that bad.
Jackpot. Elon Musk gets it. We have to protect Elon at all costs, and I truly mean that. Elon, he gets it in terms of politicians having PR, statements and trying to keep it PC and trying to speak a certain way. If people would just speak regularly and normally, I think that would really help in terms of things like transparency. Okay. With people understanding where they come from. I watch creators like Mark Dice. Mark Dice has recently said he's gonna, kind of slow down scripting his videos. Okay. And I like that, because you can kind of hear when somebody's content is scripted. Okay. Every sentence is like ding, ding, ding. You're hitting a point. And it's like you don't give the viewer a time to breathe because they're too busy trying to hang on to every word that you say. Okay. And what made YouTube great, because I've been watching YouTube since Windows Vista, Windows Vista days when Blockbuster and Radio Shack were around, what made it great was YouTube creators coming on camera, being themselves, raw, uncut videos, and that's what I try to replicate on my channel, because that's what I grew up watching. These sharp thumbnails, scripted content. I don't watch these guys like MKBHD, salute to him, but I watch like a Flossie Carter. Okay, I don't really watch people who script their content because I want to feel relatable to what the person is saying. I want to feel like that person is talking to me. Okay, and that is, I think, a part of the culture, so-called culture war, is a lot of people trying to be PC, trying to not offend people. No, just talk how you would regularly talk. Say and say what you gotta say. Just be you. Authentic. People want real. People want authentic. And I think that more of that can kind of flush out the fake, answers that a lot of politicians give, kind of skating around certain things. People being authentic, and on Twitter, that is the case. A lot of people are very authentic. They tweet out, a broad range of things way before Elon got in. Love how people love to clown Elon. Oh, Twitter went down the other day. Go find something else to do. Okay. Like, I know a lot about coding. So I know that the website is going to go down. Okay. It's not that big of a thing to worry about. You just go live your life, and things like that. But Elon has been taking so many attacks. People trying to say, oh, the Tesla, which, by the way, if Tesla without fossil fuels with solar, it would take about 10 days to charge. But people have been just trying to attack Elon and everything that he's doing. And that's just totally uncalled for. Elon gets it in terms of, again, man, being authentic. Now, in like politics, of course, he lines maybe like moderate. He hasn't really taken a side. But anything that is anti-left or anti-woke, you're just right-leaning, you're right-wing. And to be honest, who cares? Right-wing, it doesn't really matter. And I think a lot of Republicans lean liberal for some reason, but a lot of them came from being liberal. So that's kind of the reason why. Okay. But since I was, 16, 17, 18, I kind of was already knowing certain things because, again, man, as a child growing up watching the Disney Channel, which on the old version of Comcast was like 45, was like channel 48. CNN was like channel 45. I would just scroll down to CNN and just watch their coverage. So I've always loved history. So I kind of have already been patriotic, conservative, in my life. With that being said, now I thought I was a Bernie bro around maybe 16, 17 for a brief period of time, but that faded away. But yeah, man, shout out to Elon Musk for clowning these globalists. And, again, man, getting people back to just speaking who they are, being authentic on the camera. This is the same guy you will meet in person. And I just think that's very important because the country, people are just sick of being lied to. And this is why it's important to be at peace with yourself. If you see other news stories and you get mad, you were already born into a world that was kind of heading in a downhill path. Now we can turn it around, but again, man, it's not like you don't have to just, oh, my head explode because of this happened. The people before us, a lot of our like ancestors and things like that, they didn't kind of, well, some foresaw what was going to happen in terms of big government. And we see, again, with all these problems going wrong in the country now, the government, they can't juggle all these problems. So now you see the flaw of, oh, well, the government needs to do this and that and this. You see the flaws of it now because, and this is why it was so important for the government to overturn Roe v. Wade. Just give it back to the states, but the media did not cover it like that. And you see, but the media loves problems. The Democrats love problems as well. The globalists, Republicans love problems. The establishment Republicans love problems. So I'm calling out everybody, but yeah, I just think that Elon Musk, man, I really respect what he did. This will be his last invite at the World Government Summit for a fact. And again, going forward, I think we should be on the lookout, especially if you are conservative and things like that. Where does the person that I vote for stand when it comes to the World Economic Forum or any of these World Government Summits? Are they going, or if they are going, are they just doing what Elon is doing, putting these people on blast? This is good to see and good to take note of. Curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Share the video. It's CJ. I'll see y'all in the next one.